Bam! Hi, I'm Rayceen Pendarvis, and I'm here with
Kelvin Brown.
And you're running for office. Tell us the seat you're running for.
I'm running for the Ward 7 council member seat on the district council, DC council.
How about that? And that's so important. So tell us, we want this to be engaging. We just want to flow. We want it to be natural. So tell us a little bit about your background. And where did you go to school? Where are you from? Where you born? And where you live.
Absolutely. So currently I live in the Hillcrest community. I've been there for nearly 10 years. I am originally from Mobile, Alabama. I went to Alabama State University, so I'm all about my HBCU and HBCU love. I graduated from Phoenix with a master's degree in global management, and I currently work in a housing finance agency. And I really manage a multi-million-dollar portfolio of affordable housing across the country.
Wonderful, educated, knows how to in charge of the money and do a lot of amazing things. So you're just a Renaissance man.
I try to be, and my passions are community, family, and I like doing construction work.
How about that? We can tell you're very buffed. You're very swollen.
That's a good eating. That's good eating.
Corn-fed Alabama boy, eating them cornbreads and biscuits and things, So, and that's so important that, it's, you're a man with Southern roots and Southern values. And D.C. is a Southern city. I consider it the South. Everybody who's born and raised here considers it the South. So it has that feeling of ground roots.
Absolutely.
And that feeling of folks who are vested in the community, and it's so important to be vested. And it's so important, why now? Why are you running now? Tell us a little bit more. What made you decide now is the time?
Well, I think it started with me. The seed started to live with me a long time ago. When I was a young kid, my mother always taught me the value of being present in the environment that you're in. And so from my time in the military, from serving the country to doing community activist work back home to doing it here in DC, I saw that there was a void that needed to be filled. And I always go back to the sayings that my mom taught me when I was a young kid, is that when you see an opportunity and things need to get done, then you need to do it. And if you don't do it, then you're doing a disservice not only to yourself, but also to the community. And so I see there as a great opportunity and a great need for innovation, vision, and really a plan that brings about results for people.
How about that? That's so important. And thank you for serving. It's so important that those who choose to serve and to be in the military and to keep us safe.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. It's so important. And we, once again, I talk about all of the things that you are, you have your hands right into. And it's so important that you care enough to say, I'm going to make a change. I'm going to decide to run. And if you win or if elected, what will be the 3 tiers that you would like to implement or fight to change?
Absolutely. And I think I always try to approach things from a process standpoint, to really take a comprehensive view of things. I know that things just don't operate in a silo. Things must it's like an ecosystem, right? So the first thing that I would look to tackle is work on the economic investment for Ward 7. And what that means is that investing in our people, investing in our infrastructure, and number one, investing in our education. The thing that got me out of that helped to bring me out of poverty and helped me to support my family and my community was the fact of the matter that I was able to get a good education. Shout out to my HBCUs. They are needed more now than ever. And so by having a grounding in my schooling and as I matriculated to undergrad and through graduate school, those are some of the things that I think that are profound that we need more of in our community. The second thing that I would be interested in implementing is around public safety. Understanding that we as a community have to work in unison with our law enforcement brothers and sisters. It can't be a divide of the community, then law enforcement. No, we need to develop a holistic strategy about how do we partner with community agencies, for-profits, nonprofits, and law enforcement to make sure that our communities are safe, make sure that our properties are safe, and make sure that our kids and our seniors, they can actually come out in their neighborhoods, they can play, kids can walk to school, seniors can walk dogs without fear of retaliation or injury or harm. And so those are the top three things that I would work on.
And that's so important. It seems to me you have a plan. And if elected, you will fight to implement that plan. And that's so important, fighting for change, fighting for cause, and fighting for community. And for those who want to get involved and would like to contribute to your campaign or follow you, how can they do that?
Absolutely, great question. So you can follow the campaign at www.kelvinebrown.com or Kelvin Brown, the number 4 DC on all social media. Also, I would add that I am participating in the DC fair election because I believe that people should have an interest and a value investment into who's running for their political seat to represent them on the DC Council. And so, as a part of that participation in the DC fair elections, I'm only accepting contributions from individuals such as you, everyone in this room, versus PACs and lobbyists and developers. And so all these donations that I hope to receive will be matched 5 to 1.
And that's so important. And most of all, what's important is thank you all for watching.